Okay guys, good morning, Tuesday morning, man, Tuesday morning. Yeah, a lot of moisture in the air, but it looks like it's gonna be a beautiful day. Thank God, we need beautiful. So yeah, you can definitely tell fall is in the air, y'all, in the air. So it's 10 minutes to 8, man. I'm gonna go ahead and go, man, because I haven't heard from my guy yet, and he probably won't be at the house until 8:15, 8:30. So but I'm gonna go ahead and get started, man. I like to get on with the get on, man. So I'm going out here. That one job that we did where I took out that tree, that was that leaner tree. I'm going to that one. Yeah, so a couple things that didn't make the video yesterday. So I ended up, I was going to go over to the dealer and buy a belt, but Amazon had, I'm gonna give it a try and I'll let y'all know. The Exmark belts, deck belts, they're pretty expensive, man. Not only, I don't want to, they're pretty expensive for real. They're $100 for the off brand and $140 or so for the name brand. I always get the off brand because it's made by the same people. But Amazon has belts too, and I ordered one and it was like $49, supposed to be here today. So he's gonna have to use that other mower today and work with it. It'll make him better in the long run, because the other mower's a little older. You got to coax these mowers just a little bit as they get older. But every dollar we make with it is a dollar to the good, because the mowers are old and you're not really hardcore counting on them. They're more backup than anything. And I got 2 backup mowers, and then I got 2 main mowers that we use. And all of them run, and I wouldn't be scared to put any of them on the trailer and go. Now, what I could have done, because see, just 2 weeks ago, I bought 2 belts, and I put one of them on the old mower right here, the one that he's using today, and then I put the other one on my new mower. Because what I did the last time I broke a belt is I just pulled one off the surging mower. So when I bought the 2 belts, I put them on where I put the old belt back on the surging mower, and the new belt on the one that he's running now and the one that I'm running, right? And then, but I didn't put a new belt on the one that he normally uses. Because, well, hell, I had 2 belts and now I have none. So, I'm like, man, and yeah, I could have taken the belt off of the mower that he ended up using yesterday after the belt broke, but I didn't want to go through all that. I'm like, well, hell, if I can get a belt today, then that's what I'll do. And they're saying it's on the truck today to be delivered. So Amazon's an amazing thing if you can time things and all that. So, but I'm all about getting started. Geeked up to them. My birds pulled it out. I can't believe that they won that freaking game. They were not supposed to win that game. But last year we would have lost that game. No way that we would have came in and won in Philly on Monday night, down, down 6 or whatever, in the last 30 seconds of the freaking game. Are you kidding me? Come on, man. So yeah, that told y'all I'd be geeked up. So he just texted me and said he had to take his mother-in-law to work. So see, it's always, every day is something, man. But as long as we get the work done, I'm not fretting it this time of year. But if he's going to be out here, especially next season and everything, and we evolve and grow, he's going to have to. We're going to have to figure this thing out. Whether we have to buy another vehicle or whatever, I don't mind whatever we need to do to get, because as we get into the off season, guys being late. I mean, me and him never really talked about a hardcore time, but he watches the videos. He knows I like to get started at 8. and it's almost impossible for him to get here at 8 with all the other stuff that he has to do in the morning time. See, I don't have to do anything. I mean, you know, and that's, you know, it's not really his fault or nothing, but it hampers things because my business, and I don't know about everybody else's, but when I run 2 trucks, and one of the reasons why I run the 2 trucks is the timing of everything. I like to be able to time things out to where we are being all we can be time-wise, and you know, I do 1 or 2, he do 1 or 2, and we meet on the 3rd one, a big one, and then we go from there. He does another one, I do another one, meet on another one. You know, that's kind of how I like to do things, and it's just more efficient for me, you know. So I'll text him and tell him to make sure he goes to the first one first. And on the list, there's about 12 on the list. It's right around $890, and that's if I don't spray. So like I said yesterday, it's a given we're gonna get this done. We don't get nothing else done. And how much longer does it take for me to spray a property? It not long at all. No, it don't. So yeah, what else I got, y'all? I'm trying to rush it through so the video won't be so long. I don't like the videos to be more than 25 minutes, but sometimes, you know. What else I got? So that lady called me yesterday about that tree job. You know, I emailed her, texted her, called her, to no avail for 2 days. And I'm thinking, well, damn, did I do something or say something, or, you know? And then yesterday afternoon she called me and she says, Ray, I've been really sick. I will look at the email, which is the estimate quote, and I'll get back to you. But if it has what we talked about, then, you know, it's a go. So that's what she told me on the phone. So at the end of the day, I refused to do it by the hour. I didn't know if that kind of bothered her. It might have bothered her a little bit. Some people don't, you know. But instead of me saying, well, I'll come over here and I'll bring the machine and I'm gonna charge, you know, $1,400, but I'm not sure what I can get done. See, customers ain't wanting to hear that because they don't know me. They don't know. A little bit different in this situation because I was referred, but I still didn't want to do it by the hour. So basically what I did, I said, this is what you'll get for $1,400, and I bullet pointed all of them. Everything that we, not everything that we talked about, but everything that we talked about in phase 1 is what she was, you know. Because this is a customer that is gonna, well, there's a lot to do over there, more than what I'm gonna want to do in one day, and more than what she's gonna want to pay in one whop. Sometimes you have to kind of, you know, sit back just a little bit and make sure that well, if you overprice it, say I go to 2,000, and then, you know, she says, oh, well, that's too much money. Well, then I done lost the job, right? So you have to be able to kind of maneuver just a little bit, and that's why I like to be in charge. I said in charge of the quotes, the pricing, and everything, because only I know what things cost, you know, for me. So a lot of you guys were saying I come in at 2,100, and for everything I'll get more than that. For everything that y'all saw on the video, I'll get more than $2,000. It just won't be in one whop, if that makes sense. And that's another factor when when I always talk about managing your money and making sure that you're not backs on the wall. Because if my back were on the wall, which having a skid steer like I got, it's rare that your back's going to be on the wall. Rare. I mean, because I can go out with the skid steer. I could advertise if I wanted to. I'm not, but I could advertise. Shoot, I'll come over to your property for $800 and do whatever you want me to do with the skid steer for 4 or 5 hours. People, you'll get work like that in my area. You know, but you're not going to get top dollar like that. So if I went to, you know, say 2,100, you know, 2,500, really, there's a lot of work over there. Then, well, number one, she don't want to commit to that much money. I already knew that kind of going in, based on what the person that referred me to her told me. So I talked to them when she wouldn't return my call or anything. I talked to them. They're like, I don't know, man. She's straight up, man. She's something's up, man. I'm like, okay. So then she told me she was sick. So I got that job. I will get it. It's just about timing now. So, I mean, why would you just stop? I mean, people could be killing me with their driving skills, dude. Okay, I need to, y'all hang tight for 1 second. I need to text Justin and tell him. I'm just gonna call him. Hey. Hey, man, so check it out. So you're gonna be going over there to Ryan's first, all right? That's the one where you had to push the backyard, where you had so many problems with the mower last time. You there? Okay, so you driving?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's gas in that mower. Don't the problem last time was we let it run out of fuel, and then it took it a minute to catch back up. You know what I'm saying? So I put fuel, I cranked the mower up, the push mower up this morning. I put fuel in it and everything, so it's ready to go. All you gotta do is put it on choke, pull it, and then take it back and move the handle back to run. And let it run for a minute before you just start going wide open with it, all right? And you don't have to go wide open. Take it easy on that mower so you can get through that job without me having to come over there. Because if I have to come over there, it's gonna hold us up on our timing of everything. All right. Yeah, and then on the front, I got a belt coming today, so you're gonna have to use that mower, and you're gonna have to be super careful on that front with that bed and all. I mean, you're gonna have to be a pimp. You know, I don't know if you're a pimp on call or if you're a 24-hour pimp. I don't know which one you are, but we're gonna see this morning, right?
24365.
But look, you do not listen to me now. You do not have to cut outside the fence in the backyard. That big area we cut in the back, you do not have to cut that. You're not going to be able to get a mower back there. He said his boat is in the way. So so just cut inside, weed eat. You don't have to weed eat back there or nothing. Just cut inside that little gate, that little fence area with a pool, weed eating just like you normally would, and just forget outside the gate, outside the fence in the backyard. All right, and then in the front, you know, you're gonna make sure that mower is high before you go too low with it, because that mower setting is totally different than the one that you've been on. Okay. So I put that bitch up on about 3 1/4 or 3 1/2 when I got in that front yard going around and around that bed, and then kind of give me a little outline on that bed with the weed eater, and try not to blow grass in that bed, dog, if you don't mind. I mean, I had one guy that said he knew what he was doing, and you saw that he, you know. So that's the same property where he blew all that grass in the bed.
I never told you I knew what I was doing.
You didn't? Hell no, man. Hell no. So I'm over here at the one where where we cleaned out around that building, and I took that tree down. I'm over here at that one, and then I'm gonna go up and do the first one you need to do is Ryan Sawyer. It's highlighted on your sheet, okay? And then we'll just go from them. I need you to be watching your phone because I don't know the timing of everything right now. All right. All right, bud. $80, man. 35 minutes, so that ain't bad. And y'all saw I fooled with the camera for a minute too, so let me power rake this driveway, man. I'd love to be able to do that. Another, you know, I power rake for $4,000. Yeah. Okay, so now back on to the regular route. Normally we do this one on a whole nother route, but since we did the cleanup over here, it kind of threw the drought, it kind of threw the scheduling all off. I wonder if they got this tree up down here yet. I left a note and they never called me, so they must have somebody that's going to get it. How good the footage we got. I'm just playing with the settings on the camera. One thing I know I need to get some lighter glasses. These glasses are too freaking dark. Let's see. He is still, my guy's still over here at the first one. I'm headed to my third one. Man, I don't know what's up with that, man. What time did he get over here? See, he didn't get over here till after 9. I mean, come on, man. Dude. 45 minutes, man. The yard only pays like $80. I don't know how long you can't spend. I mean, you don't even have to cut the main back. See, that's what I'm talking about. These guys can know what they know what they're doing, but they got to manage their time better. He ought to be done over here for sure. I mean, I'm headed to the third one, and I done had to do a lot of driving. He's just come to one. Come on. Man, dude. See, all this is a waste for me to even come over here. He should be on the way to the other one, man. He has not even cut the front yet. All right, I gotta see what the... Okay, y'all, so I helped him wrap that one up. He gonna have to do fast. He gonna have to be faster on that one. That was, I mean, I had to cut the front yard, so I mean, dude, that was a long time over there, and you can't get OCD about everything. And I'm just saying in general, dude does good work, but you gotta work smart, man. I can't emphasize that enough. I can see where he's wasting a lot of time back and forth to the truck and all that, and you ought to keep the weed eater on the big mower. So then he don't have to go back and forth to the truck. If he's got the mower off, then he's got a weed eater. I mean, I'm kind of dumbfounded that it took him that long to cut that little bitty back. I could have cut that backyard in 15 minutes, 20 minutes tops. I mean, you got to work smart. I'm paying smart man money. I ain't paying labor money. There's a difference. So, and I'm not going to be out here, you know, no matter what anybody says in the YouTube, I'm not going to be out here past 2 or 3 o'clock because people that work for me are taking too long. That was twice as long as he should have took. Really, even more than that. I mean, and he didn't have to cut the back. Oh, he'd have been over there 2 hours. It's only a $70 property. No, man, no, hell no, man. If he'd had to cut that back piece, he'd have been over there for 2 full hours. When I know it can be done in, 40 minutes. But you're not gonna do that, not working smart. I mean, I had gassed up the little mower and everything. I mean, I had everything ready for him. I only had to, man. The biggest thing is it getting started too late. He didn't get over there until 9 o'clock. See, I was by the time 9 o'clock rolled around, I was damn near done with the first one. Yeah, I'm gonna have to and now we got that one lady that bailed out on us, so now our time is all screwed up, man. I mean, shit. we'll take a hit on the money too. And you know, you got to move with a purpose, but not wasting time with a purpose. You got to be thinking and moving with a purpose. Just because you're fast, and I'm not talking about my guy here, I'm just talking about in general. Just because I'm real fast, that don't mean I'm working. That don't mean I'm working smart. It don't. You can't. We got to make money. There's no. We're not cutting Pawpaw's grass. We have to earn them. We have to earn money, and we have to do a high volume to earn money. And I've been doing that property for about 6 years, and I've never had anybody take that long just to cut the backyard, an hour, and just a little enclosed push mowing job. And then I had to load the mower up and everything. I mean, you're not working smart, man. Just not. I guess I'm gonna put them back in the truck with me, man, and wrap the season up with me in the truck. We're not gonna make as much money that way, but you know. I mean, I would have a hard time finding something to do over there for an hour. That's my thinking. But he did a great job. It looks really, really, really good. But one little trick to guys that, you know, are out here, you know, this time of year, there's a little more mess, and we had a lot of rain, so there's a little more of a mess on the property. Sometimes you do good to lightly blow the property off before you start mowing, you know, just lightly. But he don't like to use the handheld. He wants to get the big 800, and I mean, I don't see, you know, you're just working the hell out of yourself for nothing, man. Over there, I wouldn't even need the 800. I'd have used the handheld over there. I'd have went up in there in that backyard with a weed eater, the push mower, and the handheld. And I would have never, and I'd have blown everything off real quick, ran the mower real quick, done. Not a lot of weed eating. I mean, it's Bermuda grass, you know. And he did edge around everything, but that, I mean, if that's what's taking so long, then we'll have to cut that out, because we can't be, I'm damn near paying them to cut their grass. We got to do that faster than that, man. Jeez. And I believe he's there working, he's just not working smart, man. He's just not working, and once he learns the expectations of the job, then they guys that come out here, they tend to get a lot more smarter in the way I do things. Not that they're a dummy to begin with, but they're not moving around on the properties per, you know, each property's a little bit different. They're not moving around on the properties and every move counts. I mean, he went around the property with weed eater, it looks great, but it can't take an hour to do it. That's all. I mean, this is a job. It's a good paying job. But you know, but to get good money, you got to work smart. You got to work in a way to where we can get the most work done. And right now, we're not getting the most work done. He should already be over here at these other two, and I should be pulling up behind him. Instead, I'm going to beat him over here after I cut the front yard of the first one he did, and that's after I did two other ones in front of him. Come on, man. Not that I'm comparing him to me, but my timing is usually impeccable. But you can't spend that kind of time on a property like that, and then I still had to cut the front yard myself. Hell, it'd have took him another 30 minutes. He'd have been over there an hour and a half, and he doesn't even have to cut the back 40. Hello? Look at that, y'all. Can y'all believe that a company would leave that like that? That is freaking just terrible. Look at that. They just left it like that. That's, you know what that is? That's from a freaking chute blocker. And this is in front of a multi-million-dollar, these houses over here are big, big, big money. On a lake and everything. Look at that. I can't believe that. I can't believe they call that work, that good work. That's why I know I gotta be a G. Because good Lord. I mean, if I ain't a G, I don't know who is, because I would never leave anything like that. Not ever. That is crazy, man. Tells me you don't know what you're doing. So for sure. show y'all why I like to go round and round. Perfect example right here. I don't want to go back and forth trying to mulch these up. That'll take long. Let's just push them through the wood. See how simple that is? All the way around. So we got done with those two, but see, I can see where he would be a little confused because he hasn't done the properties enough to kind of know everything. So yeah, that's yeah. So like it would have taken him a lot longer because he didn't know you don't have to weed eat in the bag. You can tell a guy that all day long, and sometimes you have to, but I know this time of year you don't have to. And he just wants to do a good job. So there's a balance, you know. What I like about him is he can take direction. But he takes direction well, and I like that, man, because there's going to be some direction out here, and it's going to be pointed. I mean, you can't. I don't know. I try to be nice as I can, but sometimes you just can't. It ain't about being nice. It's about we need to get this shit done, dude. That's what we need to do. So, and sometimes even though it's a little frustrating, it might come off as being angry, but I'm not. I'm just like, hey, we need to make sure that we do this, and that, and we need to do it in a timely fashion. We can't take too long because that affects the money. And if you're a business owner and you know, like I know, on everything that we're doing today, me and Zach did for years, and before that, me and Drew did, me and Bo did. So there's no doubt that we can't do the property faster, you know, than what we're doing. And you know, and to be fair, I put him in the truck prematurely because I had to, and that goes right back to the other guy quitting. See, I had to put him in that truck premature because the other guy quit on me in August. I mean, you know, you have to we were running wide open with two trucks, and you know, but I gotta say, I had rather a guy take a little longer than do work like the other guy was doing that I had out here. So this guy, there ain't no way this guy would leave the jobs looking like that other guy did. So yeah. well, back to what I was saying, you know, the expectations of the customer, I know, and when you do the same properties, and that's what I was telling him, you know, if we were constantly doing new properties, then I wouldn't be nearly this, but see, we're not. And I know that if I can do these properties with Bo and Zach and Drew and all the, you know, guys that I've had out here the last 10 years, if I know that we can do this we're doing the exact route, the exact same route. There's not any, there's no difference at all. The only difference is that truck, it's not the old truck. It's the new, it's a better truck. That's the only difference. Got the same mowers, the same me, the same everything. So by that fact, I know that I can do the properties stupid fast this time of year. You can't treat the properties this time of year as if you do in June and July. June and July, you're going to have to do other things that's going to suck up time, not to mention the heat. You know, and see, that's what I kept saying, you know, when the other guy quit, was, you know, I'm not going to have time to teach him the properties. Because I know everybody thinks that they can do this for a living, and most people can. But are you going to make top dollar? I want top dollar. Which means the same money I've been making is what I want to make. And if I got an experienced guy out here that I'm paying more than I paid anybody else ever, then I expect that to come to pass. Right? I mean, if I'm paying out more to this guy than I did the other guy and Zach, and I know the economy's terrible and you got to pay these guys more money than what you were paying them just 3 years ago, because you can't buy anything, man. I know that, you know. So, but I don't mind doing that, but we're not gonna drop properties off of the regular list and me still pay that out. We got to at least do the list in a timely, decent fashion, you know. But everybody thinks they can do this shit for a living, but they can't, man. I'm telling you, they can't. They think they can, you know, and make top dollar. I'm talking about anybody can do it, but can they make top dollar? All right, this guy right here, he's cutting, and he's got a mulching plate on his. That's what was wrong over there where I showed y'all the pieces of grass coming in. Can you believe that? And that's the entrance. Oh, if I left grass like that on the roadside HOA I do, where it ain't even manicured turf, I just couldn't even leave a job like that, dude. I just couldn't, man. There ain't no way. And then what that does is that's going to brown up right there, and then it's going to be a brown streak all in the grass. And what these dummies out here don't understand, I guess they don't, obviously they don't, is, well, what it looks like now, when you get done mowing the Bermuda grass and everything toward the end of the season, whatever you do, line-wise, striping-wise, whatever, it's gonna, if you mark it up, it's gonna be marked up all the way until it starts greening up again. Got to be thinking about that. That's why I cut everything real high. So, but we caught up on the last two we just did. Why is that? Because I was there. That's why. I know that. Because I made sure that we are, you know, doing things that we're not wasting time. I'd rather waste a little money than waste time, to be honest with you. I got a choice. I can't stand wasting time out here. But see, when you hire somebody, they don't know all the things that I know about the property. So, you know, you have to kind of meet them in the middle, if you will. But, you know, the expectation is that, you know, you're going to turn the screws a little bit. It's easy to come out here to begin with because I'm not pushing. We're not doing the full routes. See, now we're doing the full routes. And because I just want to, you know, let's do a piece of a route. We'll leave a couple off. and I'm having a minute, and then the drought made it where I could duck and dodge a little bit, right? But now we're back full routes. We're going, and this is, and a lot of this is his second time doing the full routes. All right, so we got done with that one. Yeah, he's having to work a lot harder than what he's used to. But what he's got to realize is he's not going to have to work as long. Because he's worked for the big outfits where they work freaking 12, 13 hours a day. I'd rather have a condensed time and just be super concentrated, right? So, but once he understands everything, he'll be like, man, I can't believe I was doing all that for nothing. Because the guys come out here, they can learn a lot from me. Not that I'm, you know, super smart or not. I just been doing it a long time. And I say that every freaking day, it seems like. And I don't lose customers. So you got to look at that. Now, if somebody's been doing it a long time and they steady have losing customers all the time and they can't keep a customer, then that tells you about their work. But I don't lose customers. Not because of work, usually on their end because of money, or on my end because they want to play games with the money or the timing. So